Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel, welcome to another episode of Q&A. I play the game, also talk a little bit about the game, and today this episode is about this special Doctor Strange event. And with me, I'm just randomly picked up some friends here to party with me in this cosmic Midtown Manhattan. It's good to be in a group because the more people you have, the faster these bosses are dead kind of thing. And I would like to talk a little bit about this event really. So the last time I make a video was rather casual. I haven't really looked into the numbers and so on. I know some of you have already told me that the artifact is insane. So what happened is that I have looked into a number for this particular artifact. If you get a +3 to add all attributes, it's actually pretty good. It is as good as the main. All right, which is very good. It is slightly better than the Ape's, Gloria necklace. So amazing stuff. Even if you don't count the basic power, so the basic power is like a bonus. If you have it, it's good. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. But which means heroes like Wolverine, like X-23, they're pretty awesome to have the kind of like a damage rating if you can keep up with the 3-second cooldown kind of thing. But all in all, it is a very fantastic artifact. I mean, the raw number here, now, knowing that going to this like new updates, the attribute is going to play an even more important part. +3, by the way, is the max. So, for example, Hulk, you will get plus strength and plus durability. It will contribute to the damage output as well. So that make this artifact basically is the best in its lot for almost all heroes. Is it good news or is it bad news? I think in a way it is just news. There's no good or bad news. It would mean that I will need to farm maybe 60 of them and so on. I don't know whether I have the strength and endurance to farm that many artifacts. But if you have the time and patience, for veterans, if you have already unlocked 59 heroes, so you probably would need 59 of these things. This one here, this one I need reroll. Not only that, if you want to look in the future as well, especially for the hybrid, I can imagine +3. I mean, for Angela, +3 fighting, +3 strength, +3 intelligence. These are insane stats. I mean, insane. I mean, even in today's standard, I can only see the future is going to be even more fantastic. So I would strongly advise some of you who may be not playing this game for a while, just stay here. I mean, this now we make it so simple that the boss wave just right here, as we speak. So you don't even need to walk anywhere. You just come here, defeat some of this like minus Titan. And the good thing about this trash mob, by the way, is that Eternal Splinter don't come a lot from the boss wave. So if you only do boss, you don't get Splinter, but they give you a lot of this kind of junks, right? So all these things will give you Splinter, so that's really good. And then after that, after each wave, you may want to go back to your stash, and that's fine. Just next door. How lazy it is! This event is really for the veteran, and not only that. For those who are crafting the, I think some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you may not. So, if you are crafting the Omega-Sentinel Energy Blaster just for the credit chest, I think this is like the opportunity, because whenever in MM there's a wave on Mega-Sentinel, I'll just go there and get the medallion, because in order to craft this one, for some of the veterans, you already have a lot of heads, a lot of legs, a lot of bodies. So for me, I need about 50 or 60 of those like medallion, so that I can so that I can do the craft that thing and get my credit chest. But I mean, there are many good reasons why this event is really good for the veterans, and the rings as well. By the way, the rings are really amazing. The rings are really amazing. The rings that like this one here, it has health, it has crit, and it has the damage rating as well, attack speed. I mean, it's better than any of those unique, the cosmic ring that you may have stored up for some of us who are storing up some of these cosmic rings. You can throw it away. +1 to all power is no longer relevant. Those are old stuff. Now you have to look forward to the future, which is no more unique, no more +1 to all rank and so on. So I would say farm those rings, but good thing about rings is that you could keep it to any hero stash. Maybe have one of those hero dedicated to hold the rings. But for the artifact, though, I mean that is going to be a huge demand on the stash itself. It's just one of those things, all right? So I thought I'd let you guys a heads up, but because you guys, some of you sort of looking upon me to do some number crunching, I know I sort of retire-ish from this scene because nowadays there's nothing new with this game. So what's there to do? But do come here and farm some of these rings, some of these stuff that we have, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So I strongly advise you have some time to do it, and also don't do it just for one purpose. Do it for multiple purpose. If you're farming Omega points, just eat some of this booster, some of this maybe from your lock-in bonus you get some booster. Use it. No point saving those. And because right now the XP is pretty insane. If you need to level your grade 80 legendary, some of you may be storing a lot in the anniversary event. Use this opportunity to do that as well, so it won't get too boring and dry trying to do the same thing again and again. If you need more crafting, some of this what am I talking about here is this particular item called the Sentinel, this one, Omega-Sentinel's arm gun. I've got 49 this mini Sentinel already, another 182 limbs. So I could get another 49 medallion. I think that will exchange for some of this credit. Now, so that is see, that's what I'm talking about here. This is the one that I'm talking about here. So we have got to get the medallion, and just get the wave done. Right. So this you don't need to worry about the rest of it. Just make sure this one is down. So this is important stuff. Do it. And this game, the thing is still a little bit bugger. The graphic event, graphic kind of setting. I don't know what happened. Right, so I'm just doing my best here. But the problem is that right now not many people are paying attention to all this boss wave. So it may be a little bit challenging. Maybe it's better if you team up with friends who are doing the same thing. Right now it's very hard. I do not know, because once there's another kind of wave, people will disappear into that wave. All right, so I'm just where is the thing? So invasion from the dark started already. So I do not know. Wow, am I the only one doing this? I think there's some here. But this medallion is good, man. I got one more unique. I hope someone will try to get it done, sorted soon. One thing about the Mega-Sentinel, I play so many ARPG, right? I play Diablo, nowadays I play Path of Exile and so on. It's so hard to target the Sentinel, really. You have to aim at the mid section, like the, what is it called? Yeah, it's just right there in the so to get that so that you won't be walking around running around the mob and so on. So and let me just loot some of this thing first. Looting is always kind of a pain in this game, really. Oof. One thing is that once you play other games, you get some perspective and realize that there's some really glaring shortfall of this game. Looting is one of them. Anyhow, let me just continue doing this. Okay, fine. So I do a few things at the same time, but don't stress yourself. For me, what I do is that I would just leisurely go and do one of these a minus Titan wave, and then after that I'll go in and sort out my inventory, and after that I'll go back up. Probably I'll watch some YouTube or listen to some music, and I'll do it again, kind of thing. So yeah, so that is the thing that how I play this game right now. I'm not really stressed too much about it though, because of course, if you want to go all the way, you probably want to collect a lot of rings, a lot of artifacts. But sometimes life is about having fun as well. And by the way, I have a question for you guys, right? This is a really valid question. Now, the whole game right now, at least for me, is designed revolving about this wave, right? This wave lasts about, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and you keep doing it for hours. Is it really fun? Now, so what is the fun thing about it? Why am I doing this? I don't know. Why are you guys doing this one? So I think it's just about loot. We do the weirdest thing. This thing is of zero kind of a challenge. There's not. You move around a little bit, but there's not really a lot of challenge when it comes to this wave. Nothing about coordination and whatnot. But we keep doing it. We just keep doing it because in the hope that another book will drop here, right? So that is the whole reason doing it. And then after that, the cycle repeats itself. Now, no, a loot game is always about being repetitive and so on. But I mean, this whole thing, it's kind of strange though. Looking back, what motivates us to play a game and to play something so repetitive? I don't know. You guys can let me know. All right. So now, let me just sort out my inventory while I'm talking. I think this whole event, there are a couple of agenda here. I think from Gazillion point of view, of course, they want to keep us playing this game because, you know, right now some of us are just got nothing else to play in this game. And let me see, this one is the 17%. I can sell it off. So I think the whole reason why all this loot drop a lot is because they want to be as a credit sink. I do not know how long the unique reroll recipe will last still in the shop. They may take it away from the crafter. I do not know because unique no more. But what about unique ring? What about unique medallion? I do not know. So, oh, by the way, I can craft this thing. I'll show you. Yay, another one. So I collect 5 of this and I can change for credit box. So I mean, I realized that I spent a lot of money credit in this game just to reroll the ring for my heroes. So like for example, you know, this one here, I probably wouldn't. I mean, there are 3 stats I really want: the crit, the flat damage, as well as health. But my priority will be on the crit, on the flat damage. The health part, you know, whether I get another extra 250 or not, I don't really care that much, really. But I mean, I think I would spend like maybe a 700. I think 3 rounds to reroll. Now rerolling costs quite a fair bit. You know, if you go for rerolling, a gear or unique gear, by the way, if I reroll a unique gear, it costs about 1/3 of a million. So I usually take around 3 rounds to get the at least 2 of the stats I want. So per ring is about 1 million credit. So if you're looking at 6 ring, it's about 6 million credit. Now, but is it really a lot? I mean, my credit chest is everywhere. So I've got like, you know, all these like credit chests, 100 million here and there, and I've got other tab that has all these as well, 100 million each. Is it or not? I don't know. But in a sense, if some of you want 3 stacks to be amazing, that would probably, you know, take a while to. I've got hell and back. What? Hang on. Which button is achievement here? Let me see. Is it Y? No, I played too much Warcraft. Oh no, that's bad. I want to see what achievement it was. I think this one here. V. Alright. So this one is the defeat 200 demons. Alright, okay. Good. Okay, so I think this whole event is more of like a credit thing because I reroll a lot of these rings. I would probably want to reroll on artifact because initially, when I wasn't sure how good the artifact is, I sort of like, if it's a +1, I throw it away. If it's +2, I throw it away. But if it's +3, I may keep it for something. But then now that I've gone through the mathematics behind it and realized that it is really, really good. So what my intent is that I would likely to... Oh man, how do I find like 60 stash, man? Seriously, stash place is like such a premium. So I'll probably retire some of the artifacts I have kept. The Mega-Sentinel, I don't think it's important anymore with no power rank and so on. So I'll probably make some space. I don't know how successful I will be, but the idea is that I need to probably ask each hero to just equip it and put it into their stash or something like that. Or I use the it's rather sad that in this game we could you see another ring, wonderful, huh? In this game we could put the any hero you need into the hero stash, but we can't keep the artifact. So what I usually do is that I will ask one of the heroes to equip the artifact and put it into the stash. And as and when I need it, I will go and use the credit to sort of like unbound it. So that is my strategy when it comes to stash, because I have a lot of hero stash everywhere. There's so many junks I don't even know which one is mine. Maybe all of them are mine, huh? None. Okay, there's a splinter here. So now the splinter is dropping again. That's good stuff, right? So yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing about this whole game. You see, another few things. Well, there's no more. It's not really the. Alright, so I probably will just go one more round maybe, and then after that I'll call it a day. Play some Path of Exile, by the way, because I think I'm playing the game too. Let me just see whether any of these are good stuff. Right, so this is the time when I have to think and see whether I want to keep some of these guys or not, or throw it away and stuff like that. But I think I'll just leave it to another day. So I don't know, how are you guys doing with all your farming and so on? Are you getting a lot of rings, a lot of artifacts? Are you keeping the bad one like I am right now and try to re-roll it to be a +3? You know, let me know in the comment box below. How many have you been farming? All these things. Are you still enjoying this event? Just right outside this door. I mean, how hard it is to get all this stuff. All right. So that's one thing. And I think on where am I up to this day, because for the fact that I can't, I don't really have a lot to play for in this game right now. Still waiting for the update. A lot of people ask me when will update be. My speculation would be, I mean, you know, I'm more a realist, pragmatic person. I like the dream, but I think with the Doctor Strange Part 2 coming up, so the test center will not be anytime soon with all this update, right? So they have to probably take another 2 weeks before even have the opportunity to put it on the live server, the test center for all these hero updates. So you're looking at most likely mid-November to hit the test center, to late November, right? So by the time it hit the test center, I would presume it would take about 3 to 4 weeks before they. I mean, there'll be a lot of noise in the there'll be a lot of noise in the forum when it first come out. Some people may not be happy and so on. So what happened is that they will probably take some time to think through the whole thing. Like the last time, the Omega kind of like update as well. I don't think, I mean, you know, I think some of the decision they've made is not too bad, but they sort of like retreat and sort of listen to, you know, because I think in this kind of free to play model, they have got to, wow, I've got another one. What in the world are this one? I'm like, as Angela defeat 500 elite enemy with Lady Gamora, summon us, team up and share all the spotting moment you two can find. Yay! Wonderful. So, this is this going. Yeah. So I think back to the timeline of what is to come. I would think probably late November. Probably take another 3 weeks, 4 weeks before they can solicit enough feedback. At least perceive to listen. Probably will make some like Alright, let me do ultimate here, by the way. I'm a CC Breaker, ultimate. Alright, and I think you'll be, you're looking at late November, Christmas period, before the thing come out. And I highly doubt if they would be like, you know, really doing it during Christmas, because Christmas is a holiday that even Garcia need to take a break. And the last thing you want is to roll out something dramatic and people just can't play the game. So I think they will probably, I don't know, maybe December, maybe not. Maybe December there's another event. So let's say it's about January. Then you're talking about the phase 1, which is the hero update on the January. That would take another 1 month or so. They say that for the part 2. So part 1 is when they turn off all the unique, so you can't farm any unique. You cannot. Well, okay. Part 1 is when you can still farm unique, but you cannot exchange for credit chest. And you will get to experience the new heroes kind of like power and so on. Part 2 though is the one that they will start to drop the Omega gear. That is when all of us will come back to the game, because, or may come back to the game, because that is a time when you can farm new gear. But then I would think that would probably be somewhere like February to March, right? And knowing Gazillion, they probably would not get it right, all this Omega gear and so on and so forth. Probably would take another 1 month or 2 months to be right. So I would say maybe in April, May kind of time frame when you come back, there will probably be a time when things are all settled down quite nicely with some of the new heroes that are being released and so on. So that is just my speculation. But feel free to add in your comment as well. And I've been talking, playing. I haven't really. I mean, this one of the. Usually when I make a video, I don't really get a lot of loot. You know, you guys see. I mean, there's always like after a video, you say, well, you know, it's fun time, but hey, there's no loot. You know, you see, this is yet another Sentinel medallion I can use to craft the thing that I need to craft here, which is this one here again, right? Mega-Sentinel. Yeah, there you go. Yet another one. So I got 3, and I think Angela has 1. Okay, so I'm like collecting all these things, and yeah, I mean, you know, this is amazing. This video is probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes long, and you've seen that I got like a bag full of stuff. Well, okay, it was half to start with, but it's quite a lot of rings and artifacts being dropped, and these are really good stuff as well, not junks. Although the stacks may be junks, but at the end of the day, you know, these are good stuff. So I hope you enjoy the event, and as in what I'm doing, these days I'm playing a bit more on the Path of Exile to just gain some perspective, because sometimes it's very hard to relate to some of you all. When some of you complain and feel sad that you know, with the Omega system gone, Infinity system come in, the whole thing seems dumbed down. And that's rather hard to relate for someone who are not into the, you know, haven't seen some of these other games that we have, like Path of Exile. But once you've seen those games, you realize that, yeah, I mean, it is like, you know, it's fun to have some kind of complexity. It is fun to have to make certain decisions, even though some of these decisions are rather arbitrary. But at least the decisions are there for you to make, rather than just say everything become like 5 germs, you know, just pick any of the 4 steps within the 5 germs. So that is just my take on that, and I'll just finish off this video with the very last wave here, playing Angela, and I think my my legendary is still not 80 yet, but it will soon be. I hope, and a lot of trick and trip as well. All this like candy, I don't know what to do with the candy. Can't eat too much of this concoction as well. All right. Happy Halloween. I think now, yeah. Okay, so that is the well, in fact today is the 1st of October, is it not? Yeah. Today is Halloween actually. Yeah, happy Halloween for those of you who enjoy this kind of event in real life. I mean, you know. Yeah. See, another splinter. Nowadays, you know, yeah, they fixed the issue. I'm rather happy about it. Right, so now is the last 2 that is going to come up, and that's about it. And that's it, Angela. Can't wait for the update to see whether ribbon build would be come on man, get out. The lag is somehow, you know, another thing about Path of Exile is that I'm having like a low, very low latency, like maybe 15, less than that sometimes from Singapore, because they have a Singapore gateway. And sometimes I wonder, why can't Gazillion do the same thing with the gateway, like, you know, create a gateway in every part of the major world, and have the latency. I mean, right now my latency is probably about 300 to 400, and when I move, it doesn't really move. Sometimes, you know, I get defeated, just, you know, got stuck somewhere, or some of the animation does not flow. But it's kind of it's one of those things. It's just one of those things. You love the game, but then it's just not perfect in some sense. Alright, so let's see the last one. See whether I get a ring, there's some artifact, and I'll be a very happy Angela. Here. Come on, man. Give me the loot. Yeah, and I'm doing the exact same thing for the past half an hour. Amazing. Sometimes I'm amazed by my endurance on all these sort of things. You know, can you imagine next time when the Infinity system's out, you just do the same thing again and again to get most XP. You try to get a lot of like you know, Omega point, Infinity point, and I don't know whether it's really good for the game or not, man. I think that's nice, another ring. I think a well designed game should have some kind of like you know, threshold until, you know, there's only a point whereby you can acquire, but you cannot acquire beyond a certain point. So everybody become equal, or, you know, at that tier, rather than someone who have infinite number of time, infinite amount of resource like money to buy the XP booster and whatnot. You know. And yeah, I know it's not a, well, they do have leaderboard, but it's not really a game that you compete with others. But still, you get frustrated for some content that you cannot conquer. So I know some of you are still stuck with the cosmic trial and so on, and that's exactly the point, right? They set the benchmark somewhere and you can't get through it, and then you get frustrated because of the game. So yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoy whatever event you're doing. I don't think I can do any more, man. I mean, I think I've done half an hour, and I think I really call it a day. I can't really do it continuously for another hour or two and so on, just to farm the ring for all my 60 heroes, 59 heroes or whatnot. But if you can, let me know how you do it, and well, see you next time. Let me know what you guys doing these days. I mean, I can't miss you all as well. Okay, see you next time. Goodbye.